Have you ever got bored of the old No Man's Sky visuals? Are you looking for a much needed improvement to make your game look like a true masterpiece? You do? That's good, man. That's real good. You came into the right YouTube channel. But no, seriously, today I'll show you some of the best mods out there that will give you the best experience you deserve. Unless of course you're playing on a console, case in which Sony hates you and everything you stand for. Many people have asked me how am I able to make my game so aesthetic. Well folks, today you'll finally find the answer that you've been looking for. I'll be sharing my list of mods with all of you. I'm mostly going to showcase mods that improve the already existing visuals without severely impacting the gameplay. We'll keep that for a different video. The mods that I'm presenting today will mostly fall into the texture / environmental category, so you don't have to worry about bugs, glitches, or incompatibilities with the default game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start it. The first one on the list is Reforested Lush Planets, a mod that aims to restore forests on lush planets which somehow got lost when the Alice Rises update dropped. If you play the default game right now, you'll be disappointed to find out that the lush worlds don't have thick forests anymore. This is in part caused by some strange values in the game that have been somehow set to 0 when otherwise they should have been set to a value of over 1. But what this mod does is that it brings those values up to how they were before Atlas Rises, which in turn means that not only will you have a better looking game altogether, but you will also not have to worry about any performance issues. According to the mod author, this mod doesn't reduce nor increase the forest density any more than how it was in the Pathfinder update. This means the performance impact should at the very least not be an issue. I personally didn't see any difference in frame rates with or without this mod, or at most it was 1 or 2 frame rates, which shouldn't really be that much of a problem. If you find this mod not to be enough for you, or if your computer is more than capable of running something even bigger, then the mod called Shadeaxe Generation is what you will want. Unlike the Reforested Lush Planet mod, Shadeaxe Generation will spawn huge flora on literally every single world you'll drop into. Even the most severely unwelcoming dead planet will have tall and thick flora awaiting to break your GPU in half. I'm just kidding, the performance impact on this mod isn't really that big, but it's still going to be bigger than the Reforested mod as the game will have to draw much more stuff on the screen. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're playing. Nonetheless, this will more than surely make your game even more aesthetic than before, but be careful not to get lost in those big woods. Seriously, forests get dense and tall. It's very hard to navigate in it. Like, I always get lost in it whatever I do. Have you ever gazed down on a planet only to see cloud textures more blocky than Minecraft itself? If you did, you probably immediately looked away in disgust and swore to never look at a close-up picture of a naked planet ever in your life. But don't worry, as I have a mod that will completely make all your problems go away. Okay, maybe not all the problems, but at the very least you won't feel like gagging every time you want to take a screenshot of your favorite planet. This is with the help of a mod called Better HD Clouds. It comes in 2 variants, one of it being 4K, which is also the one that I'm using and suggesting you guys to also use. No longer will those clouds look like blocky and blurry textures, and instead will make you question if this is real life or just a simulation. But nonetheless, there's no reason not to use this mod as it fixes a lot of the issues with the clouds in the current game and with the atmosphere. It also doesn't impact performance, at least to my testing, which is why I strongly recommend using it. Hopefully Hello Games also comes up with their own textures in this department, but until then we're gonna have to settle down with a mod. Another thing I want to mention here is that this mod is compatible with another one called Rotating Atmospheric Cloud Shaders. This will make your atmosphere realistically moving and immersively rotating like it does in real life, or at least on Earth. It will make your stale and unrotating planet a tad bit more interesting to look at. So yeah, these mods together will really bring up that atmosphere that you really want to have when you're playing a space game. So just go ahead and bring them together. They will not impact your performance, I think. Ever since I saw the first trailers for No Man's Sky back in 2014, I was surprised by how many asteroids were being rendered in a single scene. Suffice to say that the final release didn't have such long rendering distances, which is why the mod called Asteroid Fields was born. This mod changes the way asteroids are displayed on your screen by greatly increasing both the draw distance and making every scene much more, well, space-like. I personally haven't noticed any performance drops with this mod, but the fact that it creates some very scenic views more than makes up for any of that. There's also a complementary mod called Better Asteroid Explosions made by the same author that goes really well with this one. As the name implies, this one makes asteroid explosions better by tweaking the way they break apart when you shoot or collide with them. The default explosions seem a little bit too unrealistic to me, and yeah, debris don't really behave as they should. Better Asteroid Explosions fixes that by changing the size, the lifetime, the speed, and the repetition of flying asteroid debris. It might be something small, but it's a change I could not go without. That's why this mod is on my top list of must-use mods for No Man's Sky. Have you ever taken a walk by the beach in No Man's Sky, wanting to enjoy the beautiful calming sea, but instead of being clear, the water looked as if someone poured detergent in it? Lots and lots of detergent. I have. And there's one particular texture that annoys me the most, and that is water. No matter from what angle you look at it, it's all foamy and strange looking. Sometimes I wonder if this is even water or some kind of sewage that I didn't know about. Nonetheless, Shadex water will fix most of the foam issues, well, by removing it. What better way to deal with something other than throwing it away, right? Unfortunately, there's not many good water mods out there, and the only one that was kinda okay-ish has not been updated for Atlas Rises, so this is the best we get for now. But hey, at the very least you don't have to find yourself accidentally drinking sea detergent thinking it was just regular water foam. Another mod that will drastically reduce your headaches and eye soreness is a mod called No Speed Lines for Atlas Rises. As the name implies, it takes away those annoying speed lines you get every time you're using your Pulse engine. Personally, I think they are way too annoying, and since YouTube's compression is bad with moving lines, this fixes a lot of issues with choppy footage when previewing my videos on YouTube. It also gets you more screen real estate, and you'll be able to see more in your field of view since no pesky lines are obstructing it anymore, which is the reason I'm recommending this mod altogether. Last but not least, I have a mod that has been in my playthrough for a while now, and I've been coming to it again and again because it's just that good. When it comes to altering the visuals significantly, there are not many mods that can do that properly in No Man's Sky, and if they are, they typically mess with other parts of the game that you might not intend to mess with. Railroads Overhaul, by the way. This is why the next mod in the list is the one that I recommend the most out of all of these. It's called Space Dream for Atlas Rises, an ambitious mod that aims to greatly improve your space experience and immersion. It's also the only one combining several other mods that are normally not compatible, so you get the full package. Some of the things that it changes are the way planets are rendered when you are inside an atmosphere, similarly to how it was pre-2016 trailers. I also think this looks more realistic as planets now have shadows cast on them. No longer are they just random objects being slapped on the screen with no care about the sun positioning. It also changes the way lightning works by fixing some of the annoying sky shine issues. It's not a change you'll notice that much immediately, except for example when you're on your freighter and somehow you get sky shine inside your freighter when there should not be any. It also implements the tweaks from rotating atmospheric cloud shader, so if you're using Space Dream you won't need that mod. From Clean Skies as well, which removes that ugly pixelation around the clouds when looking up. It also adds binary stars and comes in different versions, including one that makes your universe completely dark as it is in real life. There are many more changes that the mod does. For a full list of them, I recommend you go ahead and check the mod page. I will post the links to all my mods. And this is why this mod is on top, simply because not only did the author combine many mods that were previously incompatible, but he also fixed many of the bugs and generally improved these mods altogether. There are also a number of other mods that work well with this one, but this is currently what I am using in order to make the game much more immersive and aesthetic. Some of the previous mods that I've presented also work with this one. Actually, all this mod list that I've just shown you works very well together and there's no compatibility issues. So that's it for today, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. Don't forget about the giveaway that's still going on. You'll have a link pinned in the comment section towards the video about it. Make sure to comment that you want a chance to participate at the giveaway. Just write it in a way that'll assure me that you want to get into the giveaway. Something like, I want to be a part in the giveaway, or I want a copy of No Man's Sky. But that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, a like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget about the notification bell if you want to get these episodes as soon as they're posted. And I'll see you guys in our next adventure.